guys, I'm Amanda, the Botanical Brunette, and welcome to my channel. So, Happy New Year, everybody. Like, I can't believe we are in 2022. This is so crazy. Like, this year went by so fast. Like, it's crazy. Like, I can't, honestly, like, I don't have any other word for it except for crazy. Because we are at the end of the year and December has come and gone, we are going into another plant haul. So I have to show you all the plants that I got in the month of December, and also we have to go over my entire year of plant hauls and see if I made my budget or not. I know that I say this a lot on this channel, but I appreciate every one of you guys tuning into my videos every week or periodically. I appreciate you guys all. I was planning on actually counting up all of my plant hauls and having like my husband do the math and me be surprised with you, but I was just too anxious and too like kind of nervous and just honestly really excited just to find out like if I made my budget or not. So I actually wound up adding it all up, so I already know whether I hit my budget for the year or not. But before we get into the full year, let's talk about December first. Now, December was wild. Like, I balled out. And I'm not really sure why. I think it's just like, maybe like because of the seasonality, like plants became a little bit less expensive and I was able to actually grab two wishlist plants, two plants that have been on my wish list for a long time. Now when I'm saying a long time, like they were literally like 2 and 3 below the Gloriosum. So I was so excited to get these two plants, and I got them for pretty, like I said, I got them for like pretty cheap comparatively. So it really goes to show that if you wait, if you're patient and you have a wish list plant, that eventually the prices may go down and you'll be able to actually fit that plant in your budget. I'm holding out for the Monstera Albo or even a Thai Constellation because I know one day that they'll be cheaper. I heard that Costa Farms is like mass producing them, so hopefully I'll have a Thai Constellation in the near future, but who knows? I'm not really like dying for one right now, but it'd be kind of cool to have one. So this is going to actually be a 2-part video. I'm going to show you guys my plant haul. We're gonna do all the plant haul stuff in this video. So again, I'll talk about the December plants that I got, and we'll add up all the plants at the end to reveal whether I made my full budget or not. So the second video is going to be me repotting one of my wishlist plants. I've actually had it in a grower pot that it came in to kind of acclimate it, but also just to do a repot with me video. I haven't done one in a while with you guys, so I wanted to like kind of do that. Plus it's a little bit of a different plant, so the soil ratios are going to be a little bit different, so I thought that that might be a good jumping off point too to do another repot with me. And in that second video, I'll also be kind of talking about the future for this channel and basically what's going to happen, whether I'm going to do plant hauls anymore or if I'm going to be kind of showing you more of my personal stuff. So I am just excited to show you guys that, but that will all be in next video. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the plants that I got in December. And one more time for you guys who are just stumbling on these videos or haven't seen many of my plant hauls, and for those who have, you can just skip this chapter. But for those of you who are just tuning in, hi. I wanted to kind of go over, so you guys might be questioning a plant budget. What does that mean? So in the year of 2021, I had a $50 plant budget every month, and I tried to hit that budget. I tried to get like rare herb plants or kind of wish list plants or just kind of really even plant supplies in each month and only spend, or at least try to spend $50. So the first thing you'll see in my plant hauls is going to be the first thing that I bought, and the last thing is the last thing. So just a kind of quick like recap for the rules of my plant hauls, just for the newcomers, and let's get into it. Let's talk about the first thing that I got in the month of December. So we're gonna start out with a bang because this was the #1 wish list plant that I had on my list. This actually bumped up after I got my Gloriosum, and that plant is this Anthurium vitarifolium. Guys, oh my gosh, So I've had such a hard time not showing this plant off on my Instagram. You may have seen it kind of pop up in the background in my stories if you pay attention, but this plant, oh my gosh, I am like so excited to get this plant. I will tell you that this blew my plant budget out of the water, this from the get-go. Again, this was like, I got this like the first, I mean, I have to say like the first couple days of December. So I've had this for over a month. And I've really wanted to just make sure that it like acclimated really well. I'll put the place down here where I got the plant from, and it'll also be in my description. That way you guys can check it out. But I spent about $75 on this plant. It was one of those things where like I couldn't pass it up. I've been wanting one of these strappy anthuriums, and I'm just like so like blown away from the quality of plant that they gave me. Like I was honestly expecting like a really tiny plant, and this is just amazing. Like it's just, oh, it's so pretty. These just like really like, they're kind of like leathery kind of leaves. And I also, you guys can see that in there, I'm getting like a new little bud that's growing in there. So I'm really excited. For care wise, I can give you a little bit of what I've been doing. I don't know if it's 100% like correct, but I have been keeping this plant in my southeast facing window, but away from the window. Like it almost like it sits on the edge of my table, so it's not gonna get like direct sun or anything like that, but it's gonna get really bright light. And also it is right next to my humidifier. I know anthuriums, especially these strappy anthuriums, they really like high humidity. I know a lot of people will put these in like a greenhouse, or like even those like IKEA greenhouse cabinets. They'll put these guys in there and they thrive, but they can also be okay in like higher house humidity. Like I would say like anywhere from like 60 to 70%. I know that's really high, but sometimes my house normally without the humidifiers running gets that humid. This is actually going to be the plant that I'm going to be repotting, because if you guys can see, I actually have it in 2 grower pots because I wanted it to kind of pop out of the pot that it's in right now, but it's in a kind of a smaller pot. So I'm going to be repotting this plant in my next video, so you guys will be able to see that, but I'm just like over the moon. I cannot wait. These leaves, from what I've been like reading online, they can get like 3 feet long. I can't even imagine like how crazy this plant's gonna look in like a couple of years to even a few months. Like we're not even in the growing season and it's starting to pop out a new leaf. That is my first purchase. So we're starting out with a bang. The next thing that I got is this really cute plant stand. So I was just looking all over for like just a nice plant stand. I've been kind of hoarding some of my pots on the floor. I like to display my plants. I like to kind of show them off and really kind of like decorate them and add them into my decor. So I chose this really cute modern plant stand. It's got bamboo legs and it's got a matte white pot holder, I guess that's what it's called. But it's just so cute. Each one actually holds an 8-inch pot, so it's perfect because if I have like a bigger pot, my syngonium is actually in that size pot, so it fits perfectly up there. It gets a ton of light, and it also kind of keeps it away from like everything else. I mean, I had everybody kind of crowded around on my 2 tables that are around there, and it just like, the more plants you get, like it gets crowded very fast. So I needed like another option, and I saw that plant stand and I had to get it. Plant stand was like $30, as you guys saw. So we're already like, you know, it's just kind of like we're throwing December out the window, because with the anthurium, I already went way over my budget anyway. So we're just piling on. So yes, plant stand was just like a great purchase. I will link it below. You guys can check that out. And I'm like, I just needed like a solution to like put my plants up and just like have them in a designated spot. I don't like moving them around too much, even though I still do. I rearrange them quite often. As you guys can probably see behind me, I have rearranged like all this area back here too. But it's just a great little plant stand. Like I said, it holds like up to 8-inch pot, and it's pretty sturdy. It's doing its job, so can't complain. And on the topic of plant supplies, for the month of December, I got this cute plant pot. Look how cute that is. I got it at Target. I was literally just walking around Target, and you always go to Target and get stuff that you don't need, right? You just like walk in there, you're like, all I need is like a birthday card, or I need like eggs, and you walk out with, I literally never leave Target under $50, which is stupid. Like, I don't know why. Sometimes I'll go in there for milk and I'm like, is this milk $50? Like, but that dollar section just always gets me. But I was walking around and I actually did need some good white pots. I found this pot for $15 just in the random like home decor section, which I always go through. And I had to get it. It was super cute. I did have to put a drainage hole on the bottom. I will still do that video. I promise I will do that video of me showing you guys how I use the diamond drill bits on how to get drainage holes in your pots. So I decided that this planter would actually be perfect for this Monstera Peru. So that's really just it. I mean, I just needed like a cute white pot, and I got this pot at Target. So guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. The next plant purchase is something that I absolutely did not need. I just walked by and I grabbed it. It was an impulse. With all the other plants, it's something that I've been wanting and something that I needed, but I didn't need it, or really, I mean, I wanted it, and I've always wanted one of these plants, but it was just one of those things where just like, I saw it and the price was all right and I grabbed it. So I'm just excited to add it to my collection, and that is this Thanksgiving cactus. It was labeled a Christmas cactus, and I got really excited, and I came home and I realized that it's actually a Thanksgiving cactus. But we have these beautiful blooms on this Thanksgiving cactus. Like, oh, well, this one's a little dead. This one's on its last leg. The Thanksgiving cactus is a lot more spiky, so the leaves on it are a lot more like spikier and jagged, where Christmas cactus is a little more smooth. And then there's like an Easter cactus too, which I don't really know the difference between that one. But this really pretty Thanksgiving cactus is just a plant that I've been wanting for a while. I think even after the leaves come off of it, it's just like a pretty like lush, like tropical looking cactus. So I'm excited to add this to my collection. It was actually kind of funny. So I actually got this at local grocery store, if you guys are familiar with Publix. And I was just literally going grocery shopping, and I walked by it and I'm like, I have to get that. I have to get that plant. It just like, it called to me, I had to get it. And I come home. My husband never looks at the receipt, but he did the one time that I had it. And he was like, a cactus for $20? I was like, oh yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah, oh, I don't know, it just fell in my cart. Oh, I don't know how it got there. So I'm a proud owner of a Thanksgiving cactus now. So I don't know, it's cute, it's fun, and it will definitely be a fun learning experience as well. I was a little nervous when I first got it, so I brought it home, I repotted it, I treated it and everything, quarantined it for a week. Started to notice right after I repotted it that all the buds started falling off of it. And I was like, okay, here we go. Like, here's the learning experience that I deserve. I learned that they shed their buds when they're in a change of location, a change of lighting, a change of everything, which apparently, like, I guess grow lights aren't good enough for this plant, and they really wanted the bright fluorescent lights of Publix. But it was probably honestly just me repotting it. I kind of messed with the root ball a little bit. Sometimes I've gotten some plants from Publix in other like chain stores before, and 9 out of 10 times they are like really badly like infested with pests. So I just like make sure that those plants are doing okay and make sure that they're well treated and everything. So it also could be the combination of me repotting it and also given it a good treatment at the same time. This is the last purchase of 2021, and it's another wishlist plant that I got, and I got it for a really great price because I got it as a cutting. So here is my Hoya polyneura, or the fishtail Hoya. That was the back of it. Here's the front. Look at this beauty. She's so cute. Now I put her in this little like plant stand thing that I got. She's actually propagating right now. I left her in the little cup that she came in. And it's so hard to tell sometimes with moss if like there's actually roots, because sometimes the moss looks like roots. But I will kind of pull her out so you guys can see. I've been propagating this for honestly like only a couple weeks. Oh, and there's honestly a lot of give right there. So we probably got some good roots. I'm not gonna pull it out just because I'm afraid that I'm gonna break the roots. So what I did was, she came in a cup like saran wrapped. So what I did was I just cut a hole and I put the plant through, and I just like left the saran wrap on there, and then you can always pull it up and check it. It is a good way to kind of keep the moss moist, just to have that saran wrap on top so you're not having to constantly water it. And I've also found that when I water like the plants in moss, if I keep having to water it, I wind up root rotting it, just because sometimes it's hard to judge like how much water it needs because moss holds so much water. But I am excited for this plant to grow and get big, and I cannot wait. This is also like a trailing Hoya, so pretty soon, hopefully, we're gonna have it like just be trailing all over. I'm just so excited. And you guys can probably tell I accidentally dropped this planter when I came back from my 3-week vacation. I came home and it just fell, just knocked it off the table. But you know, me and my great DIY skills, we got that back together, because I don't know where I'm gonna find this planter again. So I got this polyneura on Etsy. I got it from the Plant Nurse. I'll also link her in the bottom so you guys can check her out. Excellent Etsy like seller. She has really great reviews. She has really great, I think she has like really great rare Hoyas in her shop, at least what I've seen. So go ahead and check her out if you're looking for like kind of a rare Hoya. She does a lot of cuttings too, so it's a lot more affordable than just getting like a full plant. I got this for $20, and I could not be more happy. Like it's just so pretty, and I just like absolutely love it. So this is my Hoya polyneura and my last purchase of 2021, or at least my plant purchase. You know, I bought other things, but that is my plant haul for the month of December and the last plant haul of 2021. So we need to talk about something. So let's talk about the total for December. So for December, like I said, I went balls to the wall and I got a bunch of stuff. My grand total for December was $155. This is by far the most expensive plant haul that I've had all year. Like all year, it's been wild. So I don't know what made me think like, oh, like you should have just, you know, maybe settled down, but yeah. So I spent a lot in December, but it was stuff that I sort of needed and stuff that I couldn't really pass up. Like the 2 wishlist plants that I got. I haven't seen the Vitarifolium really like any less than $100 in a long time. So when I saw it for 70, it was 60, but with shipping it wound up being like 75, I think. It was one of those things where I just couldn't pass it up, and then the polyneura, like I could not pass that up either. For $20, like I've never seen it under 50. So, you know, I just jumped on it. And then the plant stand and the pot I did sort of need. I could have gotten away with not getting it, but it was one of those things too where I'm just like, you know what, just get it. And the Thanksgiving cactus, I absolutely did not need that. That was just an impulse buy. So with that being said, I spent $155 in the month of December. So now I'm gonna go over each plant haul I have on my phone. It was hard to go back and find out some of the months because apparently I didn't start like fully adding it up until May. So from January to April, I had to kind of backtrack and like figure out, okay, how much did this plant cost? How much did this cost? I kind of just was like, yeah, I didn't go over budget. So I will kind of fess up and show you the totals for everything. Let's go over month by month. So January, I spent $68. February, I spent $45. March, I spent $27. April, I spent $65. May, I spent $84.26. June, I spent $67.98. July, I spent $32.06. August, I spent $75.98. September was by far the lowest at $7.50. October, I spent right at $50. November, I spent $66.75. And December, my highest month so far, as $155. So some of those are over, some of those are under. So drum roll please. The total for the year of 2021 is $744.53, which puts me at over $144 over. So for those of you who voted or thought in your mind like, yeah, she definitely went over, you're right. I did. I went over, but you know what? I actually didn't go over as much as I thought I would. I was kind of nervous when I was writing them out. Like I was like, oh gosh, here we go. Like I'm gonna like go way over budget. It's gonna be like $1,000. And luckily I didn't hit $1,000. So that was my full year of plant hauls and it has just been amazing. Like I said, this is going to be a part 1 of a part 2 video. So next week I will be posting my part 2 video, which is going to be a repot with me video of my anthurium and also basically what to expect for this channel for next year. And I also want you guys to vote. I have a couple questions and stuff like that. So about what you guys want to see in 2022. What do you guys want to see from me? Do you want to see more personal stuff? Do you want to see more plant shopping, plant hauls, plant tours? Do you want more plant care videos? I've also promised you guys that I would do more DIYs. This is actually like plant focused. Like I've always had in my intro like DIYs, but I've only ever done like a handful. I guess you could say repot with me's are DIYs, but I did a macrame plant hanger video that completely flopped. So it kind of discouraged me from doing a lot of DIY videos, but if you guys are here for DIYs, let me know. So that's it for today. Stay tuned for part 2. I hope you guys all have a great day and stay botanical.